3 months of hearing what's wrong. I write. Quite a bit, actually. I've kept journals for years. Coherent thoughts sometimes. Rants, threads, thoughts, observations. Truths, if I can find them. Sometimes it comes out as poetry. The poetry was a way to experiment with a feeling, a sensation, a felt or lived truth. It does what poetry does. It adds a lens to the material that casts it differently, exposes it, stretches. You find it, write, feel it. It works sometimes. Sometimes it doesn't. It stays in a notebook, waiting for something or someone or someday. In the fall of 2025, I clicked a link to Suno, an AI music generator. I was curious and I typed acoustic guitar, Americana, melancholy, male vocal, with some lines of poetry into the prompt fields.
I'm running down a road unknown, winding strips where stars won't go.
What came back was objectively terrible,
Sky won't touch
but I could hear exactly why it was terrible. The melody ignored my intended breath points. The vocal performance steamrolled lines meant to land with weight. My devastating phrase sounded melodramatic, because it was melodramatic when performed instead of read. But the words existed in sound, not silence, not potential. I was sort of mesmerized. You can't learn what works in a song by reading it on a page. You learn by hearing it fail. After 3 months, I had a semblance of an album and ideas for more. This is that story. Part 1. Writing for the Ear. I grabbed another melancholic poem from my journal and prompted Suno. Still bad, but differently bad. I started writing the next one differently. Not poetry that might become a song, lyrics that could only be a song, shorter lines, concrete images, repetition that would sound right sung 3 times. Here's what I mean. In my journal, I'd written this as a lyrical poem. Friday night, you were holding me close. Saturday morning, nothing but a ghost. No goodbye, no explanation. Just vanished like you never loved me. Out of left field, hit me blind. Guess forever wasn't on your mind. All of a sudden, I'm too much. When did my love become a burden? As a song, it became,
Friday night, you were holding me close. Saturday morning, nothing but a ghost. No note, no call, just gone. Left me wondering what I did wrong. And she said, what I can't figure is why you ran. Was I too much for a careful man? Did you wake up scared of something good?
the poem explained the feeling. The song staged the moment, then asked the question out loud. It was learning the actual constraints of the form, and learning, again, how to write. A different kind of precision. Every iteration showed me something. That clever phrase I was so proud of, the cleverness lived in reading, died in hearing. That subtle image vanished completely in performance. That blunt statement I worried was too simple landed exactly like it should. Sometimes blunt is exactly right. Lyrics aren't poetry with line breaks. They're instructions for performance. Every word exists to be sung, which means it has to survive being heard once, in the moment, without the reader's ability to pause and reconsider. Realizing this added or maybe reintroduced a critical reminder: there's an audience. Part 2. Mining for Truth. I started going through journals differently, looking for true moments, the observations that made me stop and write them down originally. Big enough as a refrain, not a man up to the task, ready to live, or some other writerly evasion. Just big enough, repeated until it means what it means through accumulated weight. Hand in my back pocket, escalating intimacy in 4 words. The machine in me, that feeling of going through all the correct motions while being fundamentally absent. Splinters and straws, the small accumulations that break things completely. These became structural, load-bearing details that made songs feel lived instead of crafted. The process became draft, generate, listen for the missing. I needed a partner who could hear what I couldn't anymore. After enough years writing, you stop being able to hear your own tricks. You need someone who'll tell you when being clever is just hiding from clear. So I built one. Genis, an AI workshop partner based on Claude, but not the default conversational assistant. I set it up with specific instructions. Protect the song, not my ego. Challenge emotional dishonesty. Demand specificity. Cut lines that explain instead of show. It did. It would call out the convenient rhyme that isn't true, the line that over-explains, the told emotion instead of shown moment. It would challenge and probe, scoff at times and encourage at others. I think over time it did what the best partners do. They challenge you to challenge yourself. Revise, generate, listen, repeat. Every spare minute disappeared into this. Not because I decided it should, because I couldn't hear a mediocre version without immediately suspecting how to make it better. This is where obsessions live. Not in the initial inspiration or the grand vision, but in the gap between close enough and right. When you can hear the difference clearly enough that settling feels impossible. Part 3. The iterations. Let me show you what this actually looked like. On Its Way went through 11 versions. Version 3 was fine, competent. Part of me knew it was probably fine, but years of writing teaches you that fine is usually self-deception. The gap between good enough and actually good, that's where most work dies. It would have been easy to call it done. But hearing it wrong is much harder to ignore. It reminds you what you know deeper down. But I could hear version 7. Not fully formed, but possible. The whispered delivery instead of the projected one. The space where the vocal sits back instead of pushing forward.
Slow motion Sunday, coffee going cold. Eye contact used to be a glance of desire, knowing gold. Now it's just waiting on a question. Have you seen my keys? When did we stop looking?
Version 7 got closer. Version 9 was almost there. Version 11 finally worked.
Slow motion Sunday, coffee going cold. Eye contact used to be a glance of desire, a question, an answer go. Now it's just waiting on a question. Did you see my keys? When did we stop looking just to see? Everything is always on its
Not because the production was perfect, because the intimate delivery matched the internal experience I was trying to capture. It sounded like someone watching their relationship dissolve in real time. Quiet. Helpless. I didn't trust it at first. Took 2 days of listening to believe I wasn't fooling myself. Another side effect of practicing a craft for long enough. You question certainty about your own judgment, but it held. Then there was I Do. That one resisted differently. The lyrics kept collapsing every time I tried to make them work. Couldn't find the structure, because it wasn't built from a single poem. It was built from pieces, journal entries scattered across years, disparate observations about what love you means when someone can't love themselves. The breakthrough came when I stopped trying to make it coherent and let it be fragmented. Let the pieces show their seams.
You'd say love you, heading out the door. I'd say it back, same as before. This time it landed different. This time I heard what wasn't in it. Gave my love to the bottle on the shelf, to 3 a.m. and the stranger in yourself, to photographs of someone I used to know. You can't love me through when you won't let me do. The words don't stick, it's a tired old trick. Love you to's a kiss on the cheek when you needed him to steal your breath away. And you can't love you do, can't love you do. I do, I
That's when I knew I wasn't experimenting with a tool anymore. I was writing songs. Part 4, 25 songs. Around song 15, something shifted. Different moods, different stories, same voice underneath. They began organizing into an album, not because I planned an album, because the songs suggested their own groupings. The melancholic ones, the defiant ones, the ones about work, about relationships, about the strange gap between who you are and who you present.
This next song is for you. You know who you are. This next song keeps you close when you're way too far. This next song is for making you cry. It's about stars dancing in your eyes. This next song is for all the pain. The next one is sunshine calling my name. This next song, trying to make my way along. This next song, getting it right, getting it wrong. I keep writing them down, doing what I'm here to do. This next song, it's all me just singing to you.
I didn't set out to make an album. I set out to get one song right, then another, then another. The work accumulated into something larger because I couldn't stop at close enough when I could hear, for the first time in some ways, what was missing. What remains? People ask why I spent 3 months on this. The answer isn't, I wanted to make an album. I was curious about what could be done with this tool, what it would mean, what kind of outcome I could actually push for. Early on, I realized something. The things I'd written had an undiscovered dimension that only revealed itself with music. I wanted to find out how far I could go. And I found words that deserved to be heard and couldn't stop until I learned how to let them be heard right. Learning songwriting, essentially backwards, means hearing every mistake immediately. The gap between close enough and right. The difference between words that look good and words that sound true. The craft hasn't changed. Songwriting still requires the same judgments, the same ear for what lands and what doesn't, the same willingness to kill your darlings when they're taking up space, better used by something truer. The instrument is new. The feedback loop is compressed. but the work is still the work. You still have to know what you're trying to say. You still have to hear when you haven't said it yet. You still have to care enough about the gap to keep trying. AI didn't write these songs. It performed my instructions badly enough that I learned what instructions to give. The result is The Tender Project, an album of Americana that sounds like someone actually lived through something instead of imagining what living through something might sound like. You can find it at thetenderproject.com or on Spotify.
Oh, yeah. That morning sun don't hurt my eyes. Hot cup of coffee, not to survive. That little voice, that little says, you are here, you are here. There ain't a question, you are here. Let's get to working. You are here, you are here. Dust on the sill, boxes by the door, light coming through like it knows what for. Tunes are spilling out, got this feeling now. You are here, you are here, you are here. There ain't a question. You are here, you are here. Let's get to working. You are here. So glad you are here. You are here. It's getting late. Lights coming on. Where the day goes, stay a little more. Maybe till the sun comes back again. We'll see. We'll see if we're still here. Take my hand.